Who's first?
Happy with what you've seen these first few days of practice?
I am. I mean, our guys are out flying around, trying to make some plays. I mean, we're nowhere where we need to be yet, of course, but I see improvement each and every day, and see them getting out there. Like I say, young guys, older guys, they're competing, and for the most part, we're getting better.
Did you see a good amount of retention from the spring that's translated to these preseason practices?
I did, especially offensively. I can tell guys have been working this off season, and there's not a lot of mental mistakes. I think we can be so much better technically in how we do things, and I say each and every day we're getting better at working on those things. But you don't have a lot of missed assignments, and that's good to see here early in camp. We still haven't put a lot of things in, but especially defensively, we haven't put a lot in. But as camp go on, we'll see how they retain a lot of things that we're installing.
How was the first day with Shells?
It was good. Still got to teach our guys to practice like pros, and stay off the ground where we're not tackling. And sometimes we get competitive and want to get out there, and we need to wait until we go to tackling. And again, sometimes that's part of it, but it was good.
Coach, is there anybody that's jumped out at you through the first 4 days of camp? Anybody that's kind of surprised you? Or?
No, I wouldn't necessarily say a surprise. I just been impressed. I've been impressed with all of our young guys and what they're doing, and then our older guys. They're getting better and what they're doing. But I do think again, I go back to some of the young freshmen, especially in our secondary, on what they're doing. It's been very impressive, and I really think help pushing everybody else. We say iron sharpens iron, and I think our guys are really doing that now. And yeah, it's good to see. It's good to see those guys coming in and competing and retaining some of the things that we're installing as freshmen to get it and go out there and execute it. It's been cool to watch.
Do you feel like things are slowing down a little bit for the younger guys, maybe earlier than expected?
I wouldn't say it's slowing down. We're not necessarily putting a lot in for them right now, and that's not just the young guys, the older guys too, and getting really good at some of the little things that we do and the foundation of the things that we want to do and get better. But I would not say that more for defensively than offensively. I think offensively we put a lot more in than we have defensively, but it's like I say, it's good to see that our guys retained that from the spring, and also our young guys picking up again, which tells me they put in some work this summer with our older guys, and it helps practice go smoothly. You don't have a lot of do-overs or anything. They're just going out and competing. Do we do everything perfectly? No, but we making improvements and we're getting better.
You still have a lot of those young guys at wide receiver. What have you seen from that position group so far?
Maturity from last year. Like I say, they're young. Some guys redshirted. I look at a guy like Warren Thompson. He's been very impressive this spring. Jordan Young been very impressive this spring in what he's doing, and DeMarcus Adams. He's done some good things. I said spring this training camp as well. Those guys are making plays, and I look at Keyshawn and Trayshawn. I've really been impressed with those guys, and not only of execution, but the way they come out and practice every day has been really cool to see.
Did Adams get banged up? We didn't see him yesterday.
Yeah, he tweaked his ankle in practice the other day, and but hopefully we'll get him back here soon.
For Juwan Williams, what would you like? What you see for him both in terms of confidence and on the field?
Well, I think when you get bigger and stronger, that helps with your confidence, and then when you're a little older, it helps with your confidence too, and knowing what to do. And he's been out making plays. I will say he's a lot better than what he was before, and he should be this time. But his confidence there. I think he's believing in his coach, his teammates, and believing in himself. More importantly, and what he can get accomplished. And I see him come out here every day with a great attitude, and he's different. I will say that, just mentality-wise, he's been different, and I really like the Juwan that we have right now.
Dante got some work with the ones. How does he fit in with that group as just a young guy?
The thing about Dante, he's very aggressive. I mean, he tried to get out, and just watching him in practice and with those guys, he does a great job. He's probably the most physical guy up front when it comes to coming off the ball and getting after people. You know, he's still a young guy, still learning, and you have some mistakes here and there. And I think they're more just minimal mistakes and just more reps. The more reps you get, the better it'll be. And but he's doing some good things in there with the young guys, and watching him block Marvin Wilson sometimes is pretty cool to see a freshman go out and block that guy. You know, you can block him. You can pretty much block anyone. Now, I will say this: when you tick him off, you better be ready the next play because he's coming.
With integrating the 3-4, have you seen guys adjust into the roles, especially maybe if the roles change from how they kind of were last season?
Yeah, and I would say, I mean, we're doing multiple things, just not three. We're still doing what we did before, but it's good to see guys in different positions and actually going out there and executing and look really good at doing what they're doing. Been really impressed with them. I think we've gotten faster on defense and got a little more length on our defense as well, and that's been good to see out of our guys. But every guy that's moved, it seems like they moved to the right position and they're fitting in well where they're at.
Is there anybody really flourishing with the different roles?
I wouldn't necessarily say just flourishing. I mean, day 3, 4. I wouldn't say flourishing. I think guys are getting better, but you watch them again, like Kano and J-Rob and things they're doing. You see in the athletic ability, you know, that you didn't necessarily see because you had them rushing every time. But so seeing those guys run around, especially in space, it's been nice to see what they can do, and I think it's going to be a great addition to what we're doing.
How crucial has the depth at linebacker been to allowing you guys to be more multiple on defense?
Well, I would say it's been good to get some speed on there and guys running around. I think that's the difference that you're seeing now, especially out of the linebacker position. Is it seems like we're more athletic and faster, and that's making a big difference for us.
Kendo okay? It didn't look like he was.
Yeah, he tweaked his hammy a little bit. We're just being a little precautious and make sure that we're not gonna make it worse than what it is.
A guy like Hamza, I think, bounced back to defensive back. Is that like a fluid situation, or is there a certain point in camp where you'll determine the guys this is going to be their home now?
No, I think a guy like Hansel you probably see a little bit everywhere. You know, he's gonna do some good things for us on defense, and you'll see him a little bit everywhere with the defense and the things that Coach Barnett is doing.
And then you and Kendall, just watching tape, are you guys seeing the same stuff from the quarterbacks? And I guess what are your guys' thoughts through 3 practices of how they're performing?
Well, you watch practice, and I mean you could tell James have control of the offense. He knows the offense, which he should. You know, being here in the spring, him and Jordan both. You know, those guys are further ahead from that, but you can tell by experience and the work that Alex put in this summer that I mean, one, he's a mature guy, and he's learned a lot this summer because he comes out, and again, haven't been a lot of missed assignments by him. You know, it's just sometimes from a technique standpoint, not necessarily exactly what we want, but again, it's only 4 days of practice. He'll get better at that as well. But I like all 3 of them, you know, and we got to continue to get better. And again, it's day 4. We're gonna see who's consistent, and more importantly, who can produce and lead our offense.
You looking forward to full pads coming on pretty soon?
Always looking forward to full pads. You know, that's when these questions y'all ask, y'all get some good answers after that. You know, so right now, but I will say this: those guys are flying around, even with shoulder pad, helmet, flying around and hitting, and now you got to hold them back, you know, because they really want to get out there and want to hold up until we put on full pads and really see what it's like.
You had a number of players come in kind of bulked up. Overall, as a team, how do you feel about the shape everyone came in?
I think we're in shape. I don't necessarily think we're in football shape. You know, I think it's a little different. Difference in that, and we saw that in the first few days of practice, especially when we went separate practice. Yesterday was a little better, having all the guys together, but that's something you kind of get in throughout training camp and get back to football shape, and I think we'll see our guys in the next couple of days. You start to see that they're getting back in the flow of things. But they've gotten bigger and stronger. And you can see it in a lot of guys in the way they play. But again, we're not in the football shape that we want to be at.
Is there a different level of conditioning for the tempo? Is it more of a mental thing the guys need to be ready to go through with all these reps?
Yeah, I think it's mental for sure. You know, you got to think fast. You know, you got to think while you're tired, and But again, I think it's more of a repetition thing and just getting comfortable with it. I think our guys are better at it now from doing it last year. It was so much better now and doing it, so that makes it a lot easier for our guys, just seeing them line up and again, not having a lot of pre-snap penalties. Even in practice, you can tell they're comfortable with what we're doing now, and probably more than anything, they understand what we're doing, and when they can understand that, then you can do it better.
Coach, we always saw